And the sun still rises this morning. Here's a live look at that scene right now. A powerful display of West Texas pride and compassion. Already set up cranes displaying the American and Texas flag, waving in solidarity. Beautiful.
Very powerful right there. This is something that, as we mentioned earlier, was one of the most devastating things that Odessa has seen. Another mass shooting just coming not like around a month after El Paso.
4 weeks.
4 weeks
after the shooting in El Paso. And even one man living out here and making music. We ran a story on that where he was making music as a tribute. And the only way he knew how to do to give back to his hometown of El Paso, lives here in Odessa now and has now experienced another mass shooting in his life. Very difficult to wrap our minds around this morning.
Very devastating, but this live shot right here, we do have that image. It's an image that is showing that West Texans are coming together. We do have a lot of resources as well. People bringing food, donating items. We're just continuing to follow all of this information, but we are Odessa strong, West Texas strong, and we will pull through.
And we'll continue to stand tall. Well, the shooting comes just 4 weeks, like I mentioned, after a gunman opened fire in a Walmart in El Paso, killing 22 people. This shooting brings the number of mass killings in the U.S. to 25 this year, matching the total from 2018. Try to wrap your mind around that. If the shooter is not among the 5 who are dead, that total number of victims has reached 140, the same total as last year. Governor Greg Abbott held 2 meetings this week with lawmakers about how to prevent more shootings. Starting today, 2 new laws will go into effect. It is September 1st, allowing looser rules for firearms during natural and state disasters or even in places of worship. Abbott said he will be visiting the basin today. And as soon as that news broke, leaders from the nation, local and that local level as well, all releasing statements on the Odessa shootings, including President Donald Trump. Now, here's what the president tweeted. He said, quote, just briefed by Attorney General Barr about the shootings in West Texas. FBI and law enforcement is fully engaged. More to follow. And Vice President Mike Pence making a statement from the Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, this before leaving to Poland.
I just spoke to the president, and he's at Camp David, and he's closely monitoring the developments in the investigation in the mass shooting in Odessa. Our hearts go out to all the victims, families who had loved ones lose their lives. We commend the law enforcement in Odessa for their swift and courageous response. But at the president's direction, we deployed the full resources of the federal government. They're on site. The president spoke to the Attorney General. FBI is already assisting local law enforcement in the investigation going forward. But we'll continue to monitor those events, but the president's fully engaged.
And Governor Greg Abbott, who is expected to be in Odessa at noon, I believe, this morning, issued this statement following the attack. Quote, the First Lady and I are heartbroken over this senseless and cowardly act, and we offer our unwavering support to the victims, their families, and all the people of Midland and Odessa. The state of Texas and the Department of Public Safety are working closely with local law enforcement to provide resources as needed and deliver justice for this heinous attack. I thank the first responders who have acted swiftly and admirably under pressure. And I want to remind all Texans that we will not allow the Lone Star State to be overrun by hatred and violence. We will unite as Texans always do to respond to this tragedy, end quote. And we've already seen West Texans coming together.
And State Representative Brooks Landgraf saying, my family and I share the pain felt by the victims and their families. We will be here to mourn the neighbors we lost and here to help the survivors recover. West Texas law enforcement officers were exceptional on this dark day, and I'm grateful for their heroism and sacrifice for the safety of our community, and we will be praying with all of those lives that have been impacted. As State Representative, I will continue to work with the appropriate state officials to support everyone in West Texas who needs it, and I'm thankful to Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, Speaker Bonnen, and DPS for their rapid response.
And we also